Once upon a time, in a small, cozy town by the sea, there lived a curious boy named Joe. Joe was a cheerful little boy with wild brown hair and a big heart. He loved to play outside, especially when the sun began to set and the sky turned into shades of purple and orange. But what Joe loved most of all was looking at the moon. Every night, after dinner, Joe would sit on his porch, gaze up at the sky, and wonder about the moon. "What do you think it's like up there?" he would ask his dog, Max, who always sat beside him, wagging his tail. One night, as Joe was staring at the full moon, something magical happened. A soft voice called out from the sky, "Joe, Joe, would you like to come to the moon with me?" Joe jumped up, his eyes wide with excitement. He looked around but saw no one. "Who's there?" he asked. "I am Luna, the moon fairy," the voice answered. "And I've been watching you for a long time. You have such a kind heart, Joe. Would you like to visit the moon and see the world from up above?" Joe couldn't believe his ears. "Yes, yes. I'd love to go to the moon," he shouted. With a soft giggle, a glowing light appeared before him. It shimmered and twirled in the air, and before Joe knew it, a silver rope was lowered from the moon. "Climb up, Joe. The adventure awaits." Without hesitation, Joe grabbed hold of the rope. Max barked from the porch, wagging his tail as if saying, "Go, Joe, go." So, Joe climbed up the rope, higher and higher, past the stars, past the clouds, until whoosh, he landed softly on the moon. The moon was not what Joe had imagined. It was a magical, sparkling place full of shimmering silver dust. There were soft craters that felt like pillows, and the ground was smooth and shiny, just like a giant mirror. The sky above was filled with stars that twinkled like diamonds. Luna, the moon fairy, appeared in front of Joe, her wings glowing with a gentle light. "Welcome to the moon, Joe. Here, everything is possible. You can jump higher than ever before, and the stars are your friends." Joe was amazed. He jumped and jumped, and to his surprise, he could leap so high, he almost touched the stars. He laughed as he floated in the air like a balloon, feeling light as a feather. Max, who had somehow followed him up, wagged his tail and barked joyfully, running around in circles. Luna smiled and said, "Now, Joe, would you like to meet the moon creatures?" Joe nodded eagerly. Luna led him to a grove of sparkling moonflowers, where a group of friendly creatures played. There were moon bunnies with glowing fur, moon owls with bright silver feathers, and even moon kittens with soft, glowing eyes. They all greeted Joe with warm smiles and invited him to play. Joe spent hours running and laughing with the moon creatures. He played tag with the moon bunnies, listened to stories from the moon owls, and even rode on the back of a moon kitten as it floated in the sky. Everything was magical and fun. But soon, Luna gently called to him. "It's almost time for you to go home, Joe. The moon will always be here, and you can visit anytime you wish. But remember, your town needs you, too." Joe felt a little sad, but he knew Luna was right. It was time to go back. With a final wave to his new friends, Joe climbed back down the silver rope. Max followed right behind him, wagging his tail. When Joe landed back on his porch, he looked up at the moon. It still glowed brightly in the sky, and Joe smiled. "I'll never forget my adventure on the moon," he whispered. From that night on, whenever Joe looked up at the moon, he felt a special connection. He knew that somewhere up there, Luna and the moon creatures were waiting for his next visit. And every time he looked up, he felt just a little bit lighter, as if the magic of the moon had stayed with him forever.